We're delighted to be joined now by the one and only, there's only one of her, Drew Barrymore. She is, of course, host of the Drew Barrymore Show. It's right here, by the way, on CBS. Drew is really letting her audiences in this season on her life. On tomorrow's show, for instance, she opens up about her experience dating as a single mom and speaks with Queer Eye star, that's Bobby Burke, about the best place to host a Zoom date. Bobby got ideas.
If you really are out there looking for, if you're looking for a hookup, great, girl, start that from the bedroom. But if you are like, hey, I want this to possibly be a relationship, don't start it from the bedroom. Don't have your bed in the background.
Such great advice. Like, it's sending a real sort of sex-forward message.
Yeah.
And I am
Not ready for that.
I don't know how to date with kids. You know, I'm not there yet. I have 2 young girls, and I'm like, I don't want to bring people home. I think that it would take me a very long time to meet someone and get to know them before I could even ever introduce them to my daughters.
And I don't think anybody knows how to do anything right. So don't put that pressure on yourself that you don't know how to do it. I think going into it, saying to yourself, I don't know how to do it, is the first step of figuring out how to do it. Because it's those people that go in like, I know what I'm doing, I got this, you know what, it's not going to affect my kids. What I do, like, you're thinking about that and you're thinking how it's going to affect them and you're being careful about it, which means you're a good mom.
Oh my God.
That you're an amazing mother. Don't question that at all.
I agree with you, Bobby Burke. Drew Barrymore, don't question that about yourself at all. I've seen you with your kids, Frankie and all. I get it. I get it. But where did the emotion come from? Because you're talking and you're fine.
Yep.
Is it sometimes when you start saying the words out loud, all of a sudden it hits you?
You know, I got ready with Bobby, Tan, Anthony, and Jonathan.
The Queer Eye
and
team, yeah.
I'm such a Queer Eye fan.
Yeah.
And I had never realized and said out loud that I don't know how to date with kids. My kid's dad is happily remarried with the most wonderful woman in the world, Allie. My children have this extraordinary stepmom. And our processes have been different, and their side of the street is so functional and whole and happening. And I think I've been on the sidelines in a beautiful, honoring purgatory. And saying it out loud, I've been saying that it's me, it's my choice. You know, I'm not ready. I want to wait. I don't think I've said out loud that it's really because of I have these 2 daughters.
That you really want to and you don't know how. How old are your daughters now?
7 and 9. So I've been single for 6 years. And I just have honestly really not known how to do this. I'll go on an occasional date, but that's only in the last like 2 years. It took me 4 to even step out there. And people have different processes. Then enter a pandemic when you think maybe I should step out of my comfort zone and even see. I
also think it's different for women too, Drew, with young daughters. I think it's young children. I think that that's very difficult. So what have you decided? What have you decided? How are you navigating it?
You know, I also honestly found Zoom dates really unromantic. They're just a reminder.
I cannot imagine them.
They're a reminder to me of the state of the world we're living in.
Yeah.
However, counterpoint, you can't fight City Hall. Online dating is where it's at. This is not a bad editing process. I've had a few in-person dates that I would have given anything for them to be on Zoom. And I'm like, okay, I'm ready to, this is Queer Eye, ex Drew Barrymore Show, ex kind of New York Times modern love. There's a secret recipe that's happening in this episode that is vulnerable and about all of us. How do we date in the modern world and navigate family and life and romance and virtual and pandemic? And really, it's about, so much of the episode is really about talking to these wonderful men who go out there. And I'm no different than any of their other clients. We're trying to get into our bravery. It's as simple as that.
It seems like you know what you don't want to do when it comes to your kids. However, you're working out what you do want when it comes to a partner. So what are you looking for, can you say, at this point in a relationship?
Definitely someone who isn't interested in marriage or kids. Because
So would you ask that on the first Zoom call?
You know, I don't even talk about my kids, actually, because I think that we probably have to get to know each other first, although I would love to know right out of the gate if kids were a non-negotiable for them. That would be helpful.
That would be good to know up front.
Check, great, moving on. But I don't talk about them because I'm so protective of them that it makes me feel vulnerable to discuss them. I have to know you a little bit better and have some trust in order to even discuss
So you're
them.
not looking to get married again? You
Oh,
just
God, never.
Really? Never?
Oh, you say that now.
No.
I agree with
This
you.
one's
I
never.
say
when I
that
was
now.
divorced and I'm happily married.
There's no reason to be. I would maybe live with someone again, maybe, but I've had kids and there's no way. I will never, ever, ever, ever
It's
get
like you've
married
been
again.
on that roller coaster ride already.
We're going to save this tape, Nate. I will never,
Save it.
ever, ever,
You
ever.
know what I
we're gonna
would
save
like
it.
to start? I think there's a several billion-dollar cottage industry called a promise ceremony out there that negates
I do like
legality
that, yeah.
and goes out for the weekend with all your friends and the plans and the food trucks and the fantasies and the I love you professals. What is the word I'm looking for? Like
Declarations,
professing
yeah.
your love in front of your friends, because that's also missing out of an I never will get married again.
That's called an anniversary toast.
This is
right?
true.
Like,
Maybe I should introduce you to my older brother who's single. He coaches for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He said to me years ago, this is kind of hilarious.
Oh, wow.
He said he was going to start a website called don'tgetmarried.com because it's like it's not necessary if you don't need to get married. That's a separate conversation, I'm joking. But you mentioned bravery, though. Some people say if you're scared of heights, go bungee jump.
Yep.
If you have aquaphobia, jump in the water.
Yes.
For people at home that have hesitation, that are unsure about themselves, throwing themselves into the dating scene,
In
is
30
it that
seconds.
simple? Just jumping into the water? Is that the advice you would give them?
And also having the ability to sit with the Queer Eye crew and realize that this is not just about me being stuck, that this is about when you're a single mom, it's a dynamic that I have probably not been able to figure out yet. And that's okay to have patience with ourselves.
I think it's good that you're sharing it. I think it's really good. I think it will help a lot of people.
I hope
I'm a single
so.
mom, too. Mine are 35 and 34.
That's why I wanted to
right
talk
back.
to you
Barrymore,
guys
thank you.
about
We'll
it.
be right back.